I don't know how well this will show through on the camera. Hopefully it does as well as in person, because this is clear coat with small flake, and it just shows, because the way the cup dried, that the clear is much thicker on one side than compared to the other side. It's like 3 times thicker on the side where my thumb is, and you can see in person, at least, very clearly how much more sparkle you got on the thinner side. It just goes to show that the clear coat can subdue your flake a little bit, quite a bit actually, to where you don't get maybe what you were expecting. And it could be if you lay down your clear really thick, which you have to do with flake, but you don't want to get too crazy. I've heard, I haven't actually seen somebody do it, but I've heard of people putting on, 10 coats of clear, and to me, I think this shows and proves it, that it's just not a good thing to do. It's not a good idea. You're not doing anything really to make your product look better by doing that. Sure, you're adding extra layers of protection, but you're taking away from the look that you would get if you took it easy a little bit on that. And there's no reason to go that thick. Just enough. Me personally, this has small flake. It's 0.004. I don't think, sometimes I'll use 0.08 too, but I don't think I have any of that in. I'm pretty sure I don't. And so this is kind of easy to bury, and I haven't even buried it yet. That's why you can kind of see the texture a little bit, but it's not very much. It'll be easy to cover. But I'll usually, even on a 0.08 or under, I do 5 coats, and that's quite a bit, because I'll use a high solid clear. Sprays out real thick. I spray really thick when I spray it, but I also block it, wet sand it, polish it, which takes probably 2 coats off. So, and then it's 3 coats, which is plenty thick. It's most shops, professional shops, will put 2 coats on a car unless it's a custom, and then you might put a little more. That's why I obviously put more on, because I know I'm going to sand it off. But at the same time, in the end, I sand off enough to where there's just 3 coats there, and it has a really nice look to it. I think it looks as good as it can look. And I've always kind of wondered, like, if you put down 10 coats, does it look better? Does it add like this deepness to the paint job, or does it make it reflect more, or refract color better? And it doesn't. It seems to be only a negative, besides the extra UV protection you get from it. But honestly, I think there's probably several problems you cause by putting on 10 coats, with shrinkage being probably your biggest issue, with how long that takes to dry for the bottom layer to the top layer, and over time the shrinkage it could cause. And I'd be afraid to pull that thing out to some car show that's outside in a hot parking lot in August, and the roof is 150 degrees, like what that clear is going to do in that situation. But I just wanted to share that, so maybe some other guys kind of were curious about that. It looks like, the more clear you add, once you get past a certain point, you start to take away from the effect.